Boilertronics is a proudly West Australian company that has been in the boiler installation, maintenance and service industry for well over a decade. Now firmly entrenched as a market leader, the company had humble beginnings, inspired by a not-so-inspiring moment for founder and director Jeff Watts. He found himself at the crossroads of life in a very unique situation.
I was racing a car with a couple of mates of mine at Bathurst in New South Wales there, and had an accident during my shift of the 12-hour race, and going down Conrod Straight, looking at the bonnet all crashed up. If I want to do this sort of sport, I need to have my own company so I can pay for these things and get going along. So from there we progressed along and spoke to my wife, and we decided to have our own business. We went to the bank to borrow money. That wasn't a no-goer, so our wife was pregnant with our first child. We got a $5,000 bonus from the government for that one there, and paid our first insurance premium and bought a little car, and off we went. And now we've got 27 employees here, so that was 11 years ago. So
it's been off his own back to get to where he is now, which is a major achievement to have a company of this size with 25 or 26 employees. It's a big ask. You know? It's a big sacrifice, but he's committed to building the business up and becoming, as I said, the first in service and the biggest, best company in probably Western Australia, but he'll make an impact Australia-wide. I believe he's given the opportunity to keep going the way we're going.
Boilertronics, proudly a West Australian owned and operated business, and no other boiler company in Australia can realistically say that they're a owned and operated company. Family business. Jeff started this business 11 years ago, and he's built it from pretty much a one-man band up to today the workforce that we've got, with realistically 14 technicians on the road and 10 management staff.
Though little is known about it by the average Australian, this industry is critical for everyday life.
Boilers are used in every day in life. You don't realise it, from your breakfast cereal to the feed animals, to make meat, or hospitals, air conditioning in the airport or high-rise buildings, hotels, hot water. There's so many day-to-day uses that we use a boiler for.
Boilertronics has a wonderful community of clients across a wide range of industry, all based on long-term relationships and faith in Jeff's understanding of what his customers need. Case in point, Vince from Borello Cheese.
I first met Jeff about just over 20 years ago when he was a young boy on the tools. Today he's still in the game. He's got his own business, Boilertronics, and his service is first class. The boilers he sells are the best around in Australia, and I've just purchased a new boiler a couple of years ago, and no worries, full steam ahead.
I've known Vince for a lot of years. I was probably one of my first class sites I went to when I was a young bloke, and I was descaling the boiler there for him, where we take all the scale off inside of the boiler, and Vince is out there cracking the whip to say what time to get the boiler on to get his cheese making for the day, you know. So, and I've known Vince since those early days, so I think if you do a good job, people respect that and are very loyal to you throughout their lifetime. So people like Frank at Princess Woolworths are the same. There's a number of clients all through our list here. We've got a list of about 330 sites we service in WA. So we're the biggest company in WA that does boiler industrial burner servicing, and we like to see ourselves as the leaders in the market.
Jeff's proud of the variety of client he services and how far the company has come.
We range from little mum and dad operation of a dry cleaner shop in Ellenbrook up to a big blue chip company on the stock market, whether it be a mine site up north or that sort of stuff, you know. So we range a big range of clients. So yeah, it's very proud, and very daunting. You don't realise how big you really are. We had a big photo shoot here a couple of years back of all the cars lined up, and you look back at that and you go, wow, we've really got something big here. So it's just sort of every day you're grinding away, and all of a sudden you look at all these big cars and you go, wow, we've really achieved a lot here.
For Jeff and the team at Boilertronics, it's far more than just a workplace.
It's just the unique industry it is. You're a part of WA life. Everyone in the morning wakes up, has a milk in their coffee or milk on their cereal, and that milk's come from Brown's Dairy, where we do workouts. So we've got a bit of WA in everything we do. So you see someone having a coffee, we've supplied the milk for that as such. We've been part of that process. Or having a beer or a whiskey, a bit of cheese or some small goods, you know, we're part of that sort of history, and we're all part of WA community as such.